Is it lawful for us to give tribute to Caesar or not? But he perceived their craftiness and said to them, Show me a denarius. Whose likeness and inscription does it have? They said, Caesar's. He said to them, Then render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. And they were not able in the presence of the people to catch him in what he said, but marveling at his answer, they became silent. Luke 20, verses 22 to 26. The question was too pointed, and it just demanded a yes or a no answer. They expected Jesus to say yes and lose his popularity with the people. This would discredit his ministry, for instead of overthrowing Rome, he seemed to favor it. If Jesus said no, they wanted to hand him over to the Romans, verse 20. Pax Romano is a Latin word for the peace that existed in the Roman Empire. There were Roman soldiers everywhere, and this ensured that all criminal activity was handled with a heavy hand. We are aware of the phrase, all roads lead to Rome. The Romans were known for their excellent roads that made traveling easy. All this incurred expenditure, and they raised money through taxes. The ground tax was made up of 10% of all the grain and 20% of all the wine and the fruit produced. Income tax was 1%, poll tax was a flat tax of 1 denarius, which was paid by all men from 14 to 65 years of age, and on all women between the ages of 12 and 65. For a Jew who was living in the promised land given by God, this was obnoxious. To aggravate this further, one side of the coin had the image of the Roman Emperor Tiberius Caesar. On the other side was the image of a goddess of peace, around which an inscription which read, Tiberius Caesar Augustus, son of divine Augustus, chief priest. This again was unacceptable to any practicing Jew. The Jews saw Rome as an enemy of the kingdom of God, because of which they asked this question. Though Rome did not push its religion on the Jewish people, emperor worship was very much part of the kingdom. Rome was thoroughly pagan in its religious and moral ethos. To obey Rome was unthinkable for a Jew. In John 19:11 we read, Jesus answered him, You would have no authority over me at all unless it had been given you from above. Therefore, he who delivered me over to you has the greater sin. The authority was not usurped, but given. This power was abused most in the crucifixion, and yet Jesus says it is given. Have a blessed day.